Hi guys, it's your girl Amanda Denise back with another video. Two videos in one night. Who would have thought that coming from me, right? I wanted to talk about some statistics. I gave a few in my last video, but I wanted to kind of throw out there what women and men and children go through. It's just not limited to women. Men get sexually assaulted, children are sexually assaulted every day, but I want to put numbers on it so you can see exactly what it is that's happening, what's happening. So let's start, and this is from the National Sexual Violence Resource Center. And we'll start off with a few different aspects. I'm going to kind of talk about each one. 1 in 5 women and 1 in 71 men. I think that's right. Hold on. Yeah. 1 in 5 women and 71 men will be raped at some point in their lives. Look at that. 1 in 5 and 1 in 71. Do you know how small that margin is? It's not the lotto. It's not 1 in every 5 billion. This is 1 in every 5, 1 in every 71 that will be raped at some point in their lives. This includes childhood on up to adulthood. In the U.S., 1 in 3 women and 1 in 6 men have experienced some form of contact sexual violence in their lifetime. What is contact sexual violence? Well, unwanted touching, unwanted growths, unwanted advances, sexual assault itself. It is common, especially in colleges, where this is happening, the violent sexual contact. Now, 51.1% of female victims of rape reported being raped by an intimate partner and 40.8% by an acquaintance. See, these numbers are high because a lot of the time the rape happens or the sexual assault happens in the comfort of somebody you know. And that's not okay. These are people that you thought that you loved, you cared for. These were people you thought were your friends, but yet this happens. 52.4% of male victims report being raped by an acquaintance, and 15.1% being raped by a stranger. Do you know how scary that is, to be raped by a stranger, let alone an acquaintance? But a pure stranger, you got so many STDs out here. You got so many diseases out here. You got so many nasty people out here. And to be raped by a stranger is the most mutilating, most tormenting thing that you can actually go through, because it's happened to me. I went to a college party, and I wasn't even in college. I was just hanging out, and my drink was drugged. My drink was drugged. Me and another young lady, our drinks were drugged. When I actually realized that there was something in my drink, my friend, because like I only had drunk that much, literally, and I started to feel like a buzz much stronger than just an alcohol buzz. This was a buzz like, okay, I done took something and drank it with the alcohol. It wasn't, no. And my friend had drunk about maybe that much of her drink, not even half of her drink, and she was out like a light. He proceeded and I, at this point, I was almost losing consciousness. Like, I remember like it was yesterday. He proceeded to say, "You want to go lay down in my room?" I couldn't drive. I couldn't do anything for my friend. I called my other friend a million times and she wouldn't answer the phone. She was the one that was driving me. She had left me and my friend at the party. And I fought and clawed my way out of there. I got my friend. Don't know where I found the strength, but I literally carried her on my back out of that house to a safe place, got her in some cool air to where she could regain consciousness, and we ended up taking her to the ER to have her stomach pumped. They gave me an IV to flush the rest of it out of my system because I only drank a little, but she was completely out. And had I not scratched and fought my way out of there, it would have been a lot worse. He was already trying to take advantage of me, and I wasn't even out. I could not imagine what they were going to do with my friend. I just couldn't. So 52.4% of male victims report being raped by an acquaintance and 15.1% by a stranger. So I just shared with you my story. So imagine what it feels like for a male to be stripped of his dominance, to be stripped of his pride, his dignity by a complete stranger. Just imagine that. 91% of victims of rape and sexual assault are female and 9% are male. So the majority of rapes do happen. While there are male victims, the majority of rape happens with a female. Because we're known as the sexual being, most people take that as a welcome pass to take advantage of our bodies, our minds, our spirits, and our souls. Now, when you sleep with someone, you're passing on spirits. You're exchanging energy. You're exchanging spirits, evil, good, just in general. You're passing along spirits. So that's why it's important to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's important to take heed to those things that are happening to you, because once you're raped, you can't take back your freedom right away. It's going to take a lot of healing, a lot of discipline, and a lot of motivation to heal and forgive. It took me some years to forgive that man. It took me some years to forgive my friend for putting us in that situation, because we knew nobody there. We did not know anybody there. And she was like, "I'll be right back." But a few hours passed. She didn't show up. It wasn't until maybe 12, 1 o'clock that morning, we finally got her and got our friend to the emergency room. She was completely out of it. She was conscious at that time because I got her to some nice cool air, but she was still completely out of it, and she had to get her stomach pumped, unfortunately. 8 out of 10 cases of rape, the victim knew the perpetrator. 8 out of 10 cases of rape, the victim knew the perpetrator. How many of you, and I'll raise my hand, have been sexually assaulted by someone you know? How many of you have been sexually assaulted by your dad? How many of you have been sexually assaulted by your uncle? How many of you have been sexually assaulted by your mom, your dad, your uncle, your brother. Your sister. How many of you have been sexually assaulted? The problem is, and I'll speak on this when I get to that part. I'll speak on it when I get to that part. Let's talk about child sexual abuse. Let me put my hair up here because I am a little chilly. Okay. So 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys will be sexually abused before they turn 18 years old. That number is alarmingly scary. I have 2 children. One is 3 and one is 11. I fight for their protection every single day. My son has autism, so he's not really going to speak up for himself. He's not going to say something happened. God forbid it does, but he doesn't know how to express those feelings. And it's scary. It's scary. But it's important to protect our children, protect their peace. Let them be children for as long as you can. Let them be children for as long as you can. Keep people that you know are shady, that you get a bad vibe about. Leave them and let them stay away from your children. You don't need that in your home. You don't need that in your home. You don't need that in your life. You don't need that energy. And you want to be able to have happy children. When your children start to withdraw, when they start to become depressed, when they start to act out, when they start to say mean things, something's not right. And it's time for you to investigate it and have the open mind that something may have happened to my child. Don't take up for the perpetrators. Don't take up for the abusers. My family didn't do that for me. My family didn't do that for me. So it's important that you protect your children at all costs. Now, 30% of women between the ages of 11 and 17 at the time, 30% of women between the ages of 11 and 17 will have experienced their first sexual assault, first complete rape. So 11 years old, imagine how scary that is for a child to experience rape, incest. It's disgusting. So it's important that we protect our daughters and our sons. 12.3% of women were aged 10 or younger at the first time they had completed rape victimization. 10 or younger. To this day, I still can't figure out how a man or a woman can fix their eyes to be attracted to a young child, a child's body. To this day, I cannot understand that. I can't. But it's our job to protect our kids and keep that energy, keep those perpetrators away from our children, albeit family, albeit friends, albeit spouses. If you think this is something that is happening in your home, please reach out to me and I will be more than happy to help you with the next steps and resources. 27.8% of men were aged 10 or younger. Same statistic, different number. 27.8%. That's still a good deal of males that are sexually assaulted, and most of them are male that are sexually assaulting the child. That's so sad. Common recently spoke out about abuse. He spoke out that a family member abused him, a male family member abused him. And a lot more people need to step up and out about their abuse. As long as you're silent, the perpetrator wins. As long as you're silent, you will become unnoticed. If you want to speak up and out about your abuse, do it. Ruffle some feathers, kick up some dust, make some waves. Do it. You will feel so free. But if you do it, be prepared for the backlash. Be prepared for just the journey, the process. Just be prepared. 90% of people who sexually abuse children are male. 76.8% of people who sexually abuse children are adults. That's a big percentage. So the majority of rapes occur, or incest or child abuse occurs by 90%, 96% of males. That's a relatively large number, a scary number, because our children are around males all day at school. You have your male teachers, your PE teachers, your science teachers, any kind of teachers. You have swim teachers, soccer teachers, coaches. You have just a lot of different men, music teachers in your children's lives. So it's important that you become involved, hands-on, investigate everything. And I do mean everything. Investigate these things so that you know, and that you know you can trust the people that are around your children, because there's going to become a day where they're going to want to be in extracurricular activities. So it's important that you investigate these people. You talk to other parents that have been on the team. You protect your child's peace and happiness at all costs. 34% of people who sexually abuse a child are family members of the child. I need to take this out. But they are family members of the child. That is scary. That happened to me. People that you think love you, care for you, protect you, don't. These people are part of the problem. They're part of the problem. These people tend to ignore the fact that something happened. And I'll say that it's especially true in the Black community. Molestation, rape, sexual assault is all overlooked in our community. And when you speak up about it, you are now the perpetrator. You are now the one that's causing all of the drama. But nobody takes into account the hell that you've been through and the courage that it took for you to even speak up about the abuse that you've endured. So at the end of the day, protect your peace and speak up against it. If you feel uncomfortable, I'll speak up for you. I want to be your voice. I want to be your confidant. I want to be the person that you confide in and that I can help you grow and heal. Okay? And this is sad. Only 12% of sexual assaults are reported, or child abuse cases are reported each year. You know how many children out there are suffering because they're afraid of what somebody says or does to them? Because they're afraid of what their family might say. They're afraid that someone won't believe them. They're just afraid in general. And that's a sad way to be. There are so many children out here that are suffering. They are threatened. If you tell somebody, I'll kill your mom, I'll kill your dad, I'll kill your sister, I'll kill your brother, I'll make your life hell. Those are things that are being told to these children. I was one of them. So understand that what I'm telling you, I've experienced. And where I am now took a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and a lot of discipline. So I'll give more on that at the end of the video. And the last statistic that I want to give is that rape is the most underrated crime reported. 63% of sexual assaults are not reported to the police. Because victim shaming, backlash, hate mail, hate messages, losing your family all behind it, especially if they take up for the perpetrator. There's a lot of backlash that could take place by speaking up against your abusers. But at the end of the day, do you want your freedom or do you want bondage? Because as long as you stay in bondage, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be healed. So release the bondage. Speak up and out about your abusers. I am here to help. What I do is a 4-week healing course. It could take you longer than 4 weeks. I'm patient. As long as it takes for me to help you find your healing, I do that. I have been through this journey. I embarked on this journey about a while ago. And I can say that I am in a great place emotionally, spiritually, physically. I'm in good health, and all because I was dedicated to finding my healing. A lot of things have happened to me. A lot of things have been thrown at me. But at the end of the day, I found the healing that I needed. Now understand that healing is a lifetime process. You're not going to heal overnight. Don't expect a quick fix to your problem. Don't expect to take this course and after the first week you're healed. No, it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of dedication, and you have to practice your healing every single day, because it's so easy to fall backwards into the cycle that you're trying to get out of. So if that means you have to scratch, claw, and fight your way out, let me help you. Just send me a message or schedule a consultation, which is free, on my website. The description, it'll be in the description box along with my email address and how to contact me. So if you have any questions, any concerns, anything at all, send me a message or shoot me a comment below. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be posting more videos in the future. Peace, love, and happiness. That is another tidbit for today. Second one. Can you believe it? So I want you guys to have a beautiful night. Peace.